Hey, Goal Digger, Kimberly Olson here. Welcome back to another episode of the Goal Digger Girl podcast, where we are going to talk about, do you need YouTube for your business in less than 10 minutes? So for today's episode, I want to just have a candid conversation with you about the way that I feel social media is changing. And I also feel as though we've put so much emphasis on short form video, myself included, because it is the number one way to get in front of new people. So I think there's so much value in short form videos such as Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and even Reels for your Facebook account as well. And I also feel that consumers are really looking for more when they're making buying decisions. And what I mean by that is the way that the economy is and the way that the market has shifted is people are no longer buying, multiple courses and working with multiple coaches at once. Yes, some people are, but it's way different than it was during the global pandemic. So things have really leveled out and they have less discretionary income typically. So they're more choosy, but also those that do have discretionary income are also a little bit jaded because they did have 5 coaches at once and 10 courses they were taking. And if they didn't get the results, they felt they lost some of that trust in the whole thing itself. So what I want to encourage you to think about is, do you have a signature piece of content every week that you're producing that's going to establish your authority in the marketplace? I call it engineering your celebrity. And I'll actually include a webinar I did on it. You can just watch it on demand on how to do that. The thing is, if you are just building off of short form video, that can be dangerous because it is a bit fickle, but also, do you have content out there through that short form video where people go, I want to work with her? Now, I will tell you, I have lots of videos, short form videos that lead to sales, but it's very rare that we have someone come into our 5K, 10K, 15K and up programs that just watched a reel. Does that make sense? So we want to have the short form video strategy, but we want to be thinking about a way to make a bigger impact and offer more value so that way people can really see us as somebody who can help them in their business. So I want you to think about this video, this podcast, depending if you're watching or listening. I want you to think about this. I'm spending time with you, laying it out for you, and I'm going to talk specifically about YouTube today. You can tell right now that I know what I'm talking about. Meaning you could tell, okay, this woman, she knows about business, she knows about social media, she knows about building that authority. Maybe I should pay attention to her. Maybe I should check out her courses. Maybe I should take a look at what she has, okay? So we actually have a YouTube starter kit below. If you do want to step into a course with me and check out what I've got going on, that would be a really great starting point for you to see what I'm all about and how I teach. But either way, do you need to implement YouTube in your business? I can't answer that for you. What I can tell you is I love YouTube. I've been on YouTube since 2011 with my first brand and have grown it to 1.5 million views on it. Our Goal Digger account at the time of me recording this is coming up on 9,000 subscribers. We get leads every single week from our YouTube channel. But most importantly, when I ask people, hey, how did you first find me? For those that step into our group coaching program or that high ticket, and 9 times out of 10, they say YouTube or our podcast, because the podcast is an equivalent piece of high value content of what our goal is here. Our goal is that high value content. It's where we can go in depth in a conversation. It's where we can showcase our expertise. It's where we can really guide people and give some seller tips. Other than maybe, 20 hook ideas where we type out the actual hooks to use, it's hard for me to feel really good about our real content as far as giving solid value unless I drop a keyword. If people put that keyword, we can give them a guide or a resource. Then I feel really good about it. And that's most of ours outside of the motivational content when I just want to inspire. I feel really good about all of our free workshops and webinars, our YouTube content, our podcast episodes, of course, our courses and coaching programs. I feel really good about that because I know if I go all in and help people, then they're going to get that result. There's only so much I can do with short form content. Let's face it, the number one struggle entrepreneurs have is making sales, especially on social media. I've been in sales for over 2 decades, and I can tell you the online space is totally different than traditional sales. And when it comes to building a business online, if you don't have sales, you don't have a business. This is something people really struggle with. So what I did is I took all of my experience, all of my success, my ability to generate almost $10 million in revenue online through the DMs and being able to find people to connect with, qualify those people, make sure they're my ideal avatar, close sales right on social media. This sounds like a dream to you. It's not. And guess what? I've actually put together a full Trello board sales pipeline system for you. You're going to learn exactly how to find leads from social media, be able to reach out to those people and warm them up and not be spammy, and how to drive the conversation to making an offer. And of course, we need a solid follow-up system, which is also included as well. So click the button below to grab it. We will see you inside. There's a full training inside that Trello board. Can't wait for you to crush your sales on social. So if you've been feeling a bit disillusioned with your short form videos, or you're just like, oh, I feel like it's not converting, then I want you to start thinking really seriously about long form video or a podcast episode or a really well-written blog post or a weekly TV show that you stream on Facebook. I've gone live on LinkedIn. That's another place that you could develop. TikTok is another great place to go live. Where can you show up every single week in a powerful way? And the reason why we want to do weekly is because, and you can do more, you could do every other day, but weekly is pretty maintainable. But the reason why is because if you don't do it weekly, it's not going to be a routine part of your business. And then you end up posting here and there sporadically, and that's not enough to gain the traction that you need. Plus, if you're not consistent, then they're going to see my video, right? Or somebody else in your niche. So you really want to stay top of mind by leveraging that consistency. So is YouTube for you? So this is what I love about YouTube. YouTube is great if you love teaching, if you love doing tutorials, how to. When you think about YouTube, it's the second largest search engine. People are searching for a specific solution. When someone's scrolling on TikTok, I mean, I guess people go to TikTok now too to find recipes and whatnot. I don't do that. But if somebody's on Instagram or Facebook, they're typically in that like reaction mode, just scrolling to mindlessly numb out a little bit. Not on YouTube. Typically people, at least initially, they might start binging watching videos. Suddenly I was watching one of Taylor Swift's videos that she just did with her current tour, wherever she was. And I was like, a minute and a half in, and I was like, what are you doing? Like I had come onto YouTube to look for something. So we're all victim to it. It can happen. But that initial search, the initial reason people go onto YouTube is typically to learn something. So if you're good at teaching, showing things, explaining things, breaking it down, or even, I have a client who she built up her Instagram account to 150,000 followers. I don't know how many YouTube followers she has, but she took some of those reels and turned them into a longer tutorial style for makeup. To this day, every time I have a photo shoot, I pull up her video to walk me through how to do my makeup for photo shoots because it's different than day to day, but I can never remember the steps. So I pull up her video. That's amazing that she has a YouTube video explaining makeup. And then she says, look below for the brand that I'm using, and I can do a complimentary color match for you. So you're using the right colors and the right makeup for your skin tone. And she is doing multiple six figures between her Instagram account. She repurposes onto Facebook and obviously her YouTube channel as well. So is it right for you? You're going to have to decide that. Do I recommend it? Yes, because people who are on YouTube are looking to learn something. And those are people who want to get better. They want to improve their lives in some way. So if you have a product or a course or a coaching program that could help those people, even affiliate marketing and master resale rights. I did six figures in master resale rights in the last last year. And the number one source of revenue for me was my YouTube video. I had done a review. It wasn't even a review. It was just, what are master resale rights? And I actually looked up our analytics on YouTube to see what videos people were watching in the last 48 hours. And that one's still in the top results. And that was a year ago that I did that video. I'm still getting traction from it. It's very powerful. Also, if you find it frustrating to constantly be creating new content and you feel like it's not getting a lot of leverage, you do a reel and then 2 days later it fizzles out. With YouTube videos, like I just mentioned that one that was a year ago, some of my top videos are actually 4 or 5 years old. How to make the perfect hard-boiled eggs I did in 2011, 2012, and it still gets views. Apparently people want to know about hard-boiled eggs. But that's amazing that I created that over a decade ago and it's still getting leverage. To me, that's pretty powerful. So I give YouTube a gold star, 5-star rating, a gold, whatever you want to call it, gold rating. I think it's incredible. I love it so much, and I'd highly recommend that you dive in. So if you don't even know where to get started and you want a really simple way to launch, then do my YouTube starter kit. Some of the other courses out there are way more in-depth, way more complex. If that's your jam, mine isn't, here's the 50 pieces of video equipment you need and you've got to do 3 months of research before you launch. I'm not like that. I'm more just like, jump, let's go, let's take massive imperfect action. And that way we can get going with it. Most importantly, we need to figure out your niche for your account, your channel, the type of content, and some of the logistics just to get it set up. And that's what I have included below for you, okay? So I hope that this was helpful. Watch that webinar I talked about as well to really establish your authority. If this was, make sure you subscribe, take a screenshot, throw it in your stories and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl. I would love to give you a shout out for doing that. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.